Congratulations to PSG. They won Tottenham Hotspur on penalties shootout at Super League Cup final in Italy. Congratulations to PSG again. Luis Enrique's team was outplayed by Tottenham Hotspur team. It was a great match to watch. I think I was surprised by the lineup from PSG. I didn't really expect the lineup, but it was difficult for them to play their game. It was difficult for them to play at the middle of the park because Tottenham was always pressing. Mohamed Kudus and Richarlison did a very great job. They were always pressing, and also Sasa also did a great job in the middle of the park. It was a great game for Tottenham. They scored the first goal in the first half, and they scored another goal in the second half. Everyone thought they were about winning the Super Cup, but again, it didn't go as planned for Tottenham. At the end, PSG won in penalties 4-3. Luis Enrique's first half performance from his team was very poor. They were losing the ball at the middle of the park. But when they made the changes, they brought in Fabian Luiz, and they also brought in Kang In-lee. The combination of Vitinha, Kang Lee, and Fabian Luiz, totally destroyed Tottenham's game and totally destroyed the Tottenham team. The way Fabian Luiz can always create space, and that space is what was difficult for Tottenham Hotspur to cover. He was very good at creating space. He was very good at getting the ball on his back and turning. It caused a lot of problem for the Tottenham team. They sat back and the pressure was just too much. PSG kept knocking until they scored their first goal and also scored the second goal. Good formation from Thomas Frank. At the beginning of the game, first half, they were in full control, but the last 20 minutes of the game, they just collapsed. It was too difficult for them to cope with PSG pressure. What I saw today from Tottenham, they would really do well during the season. For PSG, this was their first game after they lost the Club World Cup to Chelsea, and again, they've not had any preseason match, so I could understand that most of the players were rusty, but even at that, they had a very terrible game in the first half. Even in the second half, they also played terrible. But during the dying minutes of the second half, they started playing good football. The addition of players like Fabian Luiz and Kang In-lee and Vitinha had that space to operate and control the middle of the park. To PSG, congratulations for winning the Super Cup.